Hello everyone, I'm here to talk to you today about our application, Unspoiled. First off, we have the login screen. We'll log in with just a basic user for this first one. As you can see, we land on the calendar page. This page has the 3 upcoming expiration dates. These are the expiration dates that are closest to arriving. If we want, we can see a list of all of our foods by jumping to the inventory page. You can see here that we scroll down and we come across every food that we have. If we jump back, we can always add a new food by going through this section, specify the name type and group. So in this case, we'll try making some donuts. Now we'll have these expire today so that they'll be top of the list. We can see the food is posted successfully. We jump back to the page, we hit refresh, and we see that our donuts have arrived at the top of the screen. We jump into our inventory. Once again, we see donuts at the top. If we'd like, we can edit this food. Let's say we got the date wrong, and we realize that actually they expired yesterday. We send in the edit request. We jump back to the calendar screen, and when we refresh, we find that the donuts no longer show on our upcoming expiration dates. That's because it's been added to the expired list, where we can see our donuts, hot wings, whipped cream, chocolate cake, and, of course, more donuts. If we want, we can delete foods from here. Or we can jump back to the main calendar screen and delete foods from there as well. Let's say we've finished these pecans, we don't need them in here anymore. Delete. It's gone. And it no longer shows up in our inventory either. You can also delete foods from the inventory, like this cabbage. No one likes cabbage anyway. It's gone. Next, let's take a look at our chat feature that implements WebSockets. If we pull up the chat, we can give ourselves a username. We'll just go with the same as our net ID. Connect. Join the chat. We can send a message now. And if we wait, unfortunate, it looks like Danyar is under the mistaken impression that this video is ever going to make it to YouTube. We jump back now, and we take a look at the settings. These settings are specific to the user. You can edit how many days in advance you want to be notified of your food spoiling. You can use this checkbox here to disable the notifications if you'd like. And you can enter a phone number to associate with the account. Additionally, if you pull up this screen, you can change the password you use to log in. Finally, for basic users, we have the search recipes functionality. If you pull this up, you can type in something, say a food you want to get rid of. We'll go with broccoli. Everyone wants to get rid of broccoli. We hit search, and it pulls up a nice list of results for us to go through. Let's say we want to use the punchy roasted broccoli. We click on that, and it pulls up a list of instructions and ingredients. From here, we can jump back to the calendar, or we can jump back to search more pages. Let's jump back to the calendar and log out so that we can take a look at some of the functionality available to authors. For this, we'll use Julia's account. As you can see, there are still foods associated with Julia's account. All the previous functionality is still there, but now we have a new recipes list option. When we pull up the recipes list, we can see a list of all the recipes that Julia has previously created. If we want, we can make a new recipe using this page here. We need to specify a name. Let's go with garlic bread. A brief description, bread made with garlic. and a few instructions. Let's say we need to get the bread, butter the bread, and garlic the bread. Finally, we have our ingredients section. Here, we add a section name. We'll call this the garlic section. And we list out the foods we need. So for this, we'll put garlic and garlic butter. We'll call this the bread section. And add in bread. From here, we add in the recipe. Now that it's added, we go back to the list. And we can see right here, we have our garlic bread. We can pull it up to look at it. It has all the fields that we filled out previously. Now, if we jump back to the list here and realize we made a mistake with our garlic bread recipe, we can go in and edit it. So let's say that instead of garlic butter, we just needed normal butter. We jump in here, we can make that edit real quick, update the recipe, and jump back to the list. Then when we pull up our garlic bread once again, we can see that it is updated to show just the butter. Finally, if we find that we don't need a recipe anymore, we can always delete it. Bye-bye, garlic bread. We still have access to the search functionality. We still have access to everything that was available to the basic user. Let's log out now and take one final look at the app, this time through the eyes of an admin. For this, we'll be using Dan Yar's account. Once again, admin has access to all of the previously available features to both users and authors. However, additionally, they can access the admin page. This page is behind the scenes. It allows the admin to jump to any page and to set their user ID to any user to check the functionality and recipes associated with those users. Admins additionally have access to the admin list, a list of all the users currently loaded in the app. From there, they can edit or delete information about those users. For example, the I'm Better Than Dan Yar account. If we jump in to edit it, we can see the email and password, and we can change the email and password. Let's say we change it to I'm Worse Than Dan Yar at iastate.edu. We'll make the password in all uppercase to confuse them. As we can see, it updates appropriately. Now we can jump back to the page, and let's say we still don't like having that user around. Perhaps they've been abusing some of the functionality of the app. We can go in and we can delete that user completely, meaning they'll no longer be able to log in. That's all the functionality our app has. Thank you for coming out and watching our demo. We hope to see you in the investment field.